Hey guys, what is up? Ray Mitch here doing another gameplay commentary, another World of Tanks gameplay. This is an encounter battle on Mountain Pass. I figured I'd go ahead and do one of these gameplays because I don't have a 7-1 review ready. I actually just got the tank and I haven't even gotten it upgraded. I'm getting close to it, but I'm just kind of in cruise control. You know how Tier 9 is. I figured I'd do this gameplay to show you, as a bit of a series to, show you, like, what I'm thinking, why I'm doing it, that kind of stuff, and just, take you through my thought process while I'm playing. It might even help you get better. Here we are, it's a Tier 9 battle. It's on Mountain Pass now. As the match loaded up, I knew this was potentially going to come down to the wire, because I knew one of the players on the other team, he's in a Yak Tiger, so I'm already paranoid, and he's way better than me. I've played against him many times. He usually takes me out pretty darn well. I mean, he's that good compared to me. So here on encounter battle on Mountain Pass, I go cross middle, and I figured I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure the enemy team or the Op4 respects the middle, because some people will dart down the middle by the cap, and they'll either A, go for an early cap, or they try to slip down there into the river, and they'll try and use that as a way to open up another firing lane. And both teams usually will go into those valleys and start shooting at each other. So I go ahead and I take off when I realize I wasn't too sure what the enemy team was doing. I look back at this Carnarvon and I basically tell them, come on, follow me. I'm basically telling them, here, you got one of the top tier tanks, I'm helping you out, come on up here and help me out, don't be scared. He does follow me, thankfully, and I'm going to go ahead and run up here quickly, because usually you're either going to run into a lot of people up here, or the enemy team is just not going to have a lot of interest, and you can probably potentially wipe everyone out. Fortunately, this was one of those situations where the enemy team just wasn't as interested. At least their top tier tanks were. I get a shot here on the scout. Go ahead and take it. I knew he was hurt, so I wanted to get him out of the way. I was surprised here this IS really got up here that fast. That was really impressive. I usually don't see a bottom tier guy have enough balls to run up there and do that, but he didn't care. He went up there and he's seeing to it that he could get up there. And he tried to open up another line of fire. Didn't work out for him. I ended up catching him in the back. I'm reloading. He pops one in me with the 122. Only tracks me, thankfully. IS-8 backs me up. So I'm going to go ahead and turn. Their tank destroyers don't seem to be as interested in pushing. And I'm looking at all these tank destroyer icons trying to figure out who is who. I don't want to run into that Yak Tiger because I know he will kill me very easily. So I round the corner. I'm a bit surprised here when I run into the Carnarvon on their team. I thought he would have stayed down the valley. I hit him. Back up. I plant one in him. I'm going to try and maintain my health. I want to be as careful as possible. I noticed there are 3 tank destroyer icons showing up, and at one point you'll see me actually start looking at these guys, trying to figure out who is who, because I gotta be paranoid of where that Yak Tiger is. Reload. I try to plant one to the Carnarvon again. Miss. He drops down to that ditch, which was a very wise move on his part. I look over there and I see the T-28, and this Carnarvon is in such a good position. All I can do is either track him, bounce, or just miss my shots completely. And it's a Yak Panther 2 and the Carnarvon just wailing on my Carnarvon, on my team. And after I dunk that one into the ground, I decided, what, the hell with it. I got to deal with this Yak Panther 2. He's not in a strong position. I can hurt him, get one in him, damage his engine. For whatever reason, they both don't take a shot at me. I reload, go ahead, and I put one in him. Eventually, I believe it's the Yak Panther 2 that whacks me. Reload again. Somehow, my Carnarvon is still alive. Reload. Finish off the Yak Panther 2. The Op4 Carnarvon surprises me. Completely comes up out of the ditch where he was. He should have stayed there. It would have forced me to either commit to pushing him, or I could have went around and tried to dislodge him, but he was in a good position. I couldn't even pen him. So I hit him again. I made him pay for his mistake. And I'm looking at the minimap and I'm wondering where the Yak Tiger is, and I completely ignore the T-28. He plants one in me that I felt like was going to really cost me somehow. I don't slow down, though. I go ahead and plant one in him, take his engine out, so he's not going to be able to have... He's going to have very crappy traverse. Go ahead and reload. I plant one in him. He's going to go ahead and take a shot at the Carnarvon. My team really hurt him, and he burns to death. I go ahead and I want to take a shot at the Su-122, but he's behind the mountain, and I find the Yak Tiger, and they're both linking up, and I'm thinking, alright, I'm going to try to sneak up behind the Yak Tiger, and unfortunately he has full health, so I'm at this point, I am very nervous going around this corner. But I'm reassured, you know, thinking, alright, I'm going to have this dude's back, I'm going to wear him out, I can probably put 2 in him before he turns around, back up, and I'm at least going to have him set up for death. Now, I know there's a heavy tank, and even if I don't get a shot on the Yag, I'm still going to get a shot on that heavy. So around the corner, unfortunately, the Yak Tiger had the foresight to wait on me, destroys my tracks, quickly get my tracks back up in the fight, back up, and this is where I guess I try to outfox the opponent, and didn't quite work out. I really started moving before the spotted light or the Sixth Sense bulb went out, and I was thinking, you know, usually sometimes what you can do is you can sit there, wait till the Sixth Sense bulb or the detection alert goes out, and then once it's gone, you can then start to run around, because sometimes I will look at where opponent is going while they are detected, and that's a good indicator that they're going to flank around. Unfortunately, the Yak Tiger knew what I was doing. He kills the Carnarvon, and I go ahead and I take a shot here from the AT-15. He bounces, the Yak Tiger hits me again. This time he tracks me still. I go ahead, get my tracks repaired again, thanks to repairs. He plants another one in me. Surprisingly, I'm still alive. Plant one into the Artie. Got a really ridiculously low damage roll, and at this point I'm very nervous. I want to hit that Artie, but I don't know about the gun depression on that Yak Tiger. I don't want to risk it, so I back up. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and use my last position to kind of throw off the enemy team, because I know that heavy tank is going to flank me. And I know if I want to have a chance in this 3 versus 2 situation and give me and this T-28 a good chance, we got to keep them, all 3 of these guys, in front of us at all times. So I go ahead and turn around. The water's giving my traverse speed some fits, so that's a problem. And of course, both my tracks are weak. So I go up the hill here, and I have this feeling that either the T-32 is going to shoot me in the back, or I'm going to meet him up here. Fortunately for me, I meet him from the front. That was a huge relief. I get up the hill, I spot him. He's 1 shot, I'm 1 shot. We both could easily kill one another. I'm sitting here, and I'm either going to bait him, or that's going to happen, and the T-28 backs me up. Now, I go ahead and I try to misdirect once more. Now, I don't think I really fooled the Yak Tiger, because he's a very smart player, so I doubt I fooled him at all. I decided I was going to make it look like I was going up the hill and have him think I was going to go around and shoot him. In reality, he actually was thinking that, I think, and he actually goes across the bridge. Somehow I don't spot him, but he makes it across the bridge without me or the T-28 spotting him. And the artillery, I know for a fact he's gone up the hill. He has gone up to the north side of the map, where the green team originally spawned. So I made the decision, alright, I'm going to go ahead and flank completely around, and me and this T-28 are going to open up 2 vectors of fire. And you see here I'm highlighting the map, and I'm telling the T-28, you know, where to expect this guy, where he's going to be. And he completely surprises me. The Yak Tiger completely caught me off guard, and at this point, I thought I had doomed, you know, any hope we had of winning, because he surprised me even. He went across the bridge. Somehow he wasn't spotted by me or the T-28. And he didn't pursue the chance he had. And he probably was more paranoid of where I was. He probably thought I was going to come up the hill and shoot him. And he was probably trying to keep both of us in his path and try to keep both of us in front of him. He was thinking the same thing I was. And he probably thought I was in the river still. But it didn't work out. I went completely around. Went around behind him. And we have it out from there. I'm going up the hill here. And I'm not too worried about artillery. Too many people think, you know, artillery is going to make a huge difference in a situation like this. It does make a difference, and it is in play. You have to respect it. But it isn't a gigantic difference, especially when it's 1 artillery. And essentially, it is a 2-on-1 fight, but it technically isn't, obviously. But I just know that artillery isn't going to be as aggressive. You know, if this was another tank destroyer in the fight, this would be a very tough fight, and it would probably be playing aggressively. Now, I'm letting that T-28 know where I think I'm going to spot him. And sure enough, he spots him anyways. And as usual, that Yak Tiger, he is full health, and that is very, very frustrating for me. So I go ahead, and I'm hoping he has his back to me. He doesn't stick around. I think he had a feeling something was going on. He didn't like the situation. T-28 rounds the corner, and I know if the T-28's coming around the corner, he's chasing him. He knows there's an opportunity. I took that as my cue. I do hesitate because I want to see where his gun is, but I spot him down in the water, and then I dart down really fast once I see that gun is pointed down to the bridge. He probably thought I was going across the bridge, and I hesitated. Didn't work out. I dart down here, and I know I got the speed and mobility to catch him. Artie kills him, unfortunately, so, you know, there goes Artie being Artie, fucking dirtbag. Go ahead and I plant another one into his side. I almost missed it, really. Hit his fuel tank, and now I'm getting behind him. I'm going to go ahead and finish him off, and that will be the 6th kill in the match, and I will wrap it up and make it a Devastator medal. This was, you know, this was a tough match. This wasn't exactly easy. This was really just being smart, using your health wisely. Go ahead, and I know Artie's still in play, so I make a few little misdirection moves trying to throw him off, and it worked out. But this is something you don't see a lot of people trying to do in the higher tiers. You have to make every point of health matter. You know, every little point matters, and you see here I am at like roughly what, 58 health. Most people would throw in the towel and just start playing, YOLOing and all that shit. It don't work that way. I stayed in it to the very end, and it worked out. Once again, guys, no 7-1 review. Hopefully I will have something. I can't guarantee it by next week either, but hopefully I'll have something. It's just taking me a while to get it upgraded. You know how Tier 9 is. But I'll have something, and, it'll be something. Hopefully next week. I'll be playing Destiny, but hopefully I'll have another Skills and Perks review at the very least. And at the most, maybe I'll have a 7-1 review, but I doubt it. We'll see. Alright, guys. Catch you guys later. Peace out.